Yeah, Doug, or Doug Jr. You know, obviously it was a touching moment there when you did the sign language. Was that something you had planned? And what can you say about? Obviously, you've met with Ozzy's family. What can you say about the family, just in general?
Yeah, he's an unbelievable kid with a unbelievable family, and they just it's a bunch of hard workers, and he's got character. He'll run through the wall for you. And, this is a huge moment for 17 and 18-year-olds. And in my life, my mom is a huge factor. She really is. And if I was in this moment, I would want to be able to share it with my parents too. And that's just, I would have loved to have done his whole name, but I'm not that smart. I just wanted to tell the kid that, you're a part of the Sharks family and we're really excited for you. So very happy to have Ozzy with us.
Obviously, as a player, I'm sure. What is it about the way he plays that was appealing to you guys?
He's a great kid. He's one of the fastest kids in all of major junior hockey. We were looking for speed, we were looking for playmaking, we were looking for possession, and we were looking for puck protection and pursuit. And that's this kid in spades. I mean, it's tough to get the puck off his stick. No one gains the ozone entry like he does. He's shifty, and it just so happened that 4 or 5 of the games I was at, his teammates would get run, and he was the first guy in the pile taking care of him. That's the kind of kid this kid is. So he's a center. He's a right shot. He's fast. He's skilled. He's an agitator. I mean, he's new age toughness in the NHL, and I'm so thrilled to have him.
Curtis?
Hey guys, were either of you able to communicate with Kim? Did you use an interpreter? I'm sure you got a chance to communicate with her in some fashion. Was that kind of give you some insight into the family and to what makes Ozzy tick, I guess?
About the family and Kim?
Yeah. Did you, how much time did you get to spend with them, I guess?
Yeah, no, they're a really good family. They're in Calgary. They spent some time in Kelowna. He's got a bunch of very good brothers who are very good hockey players. So they've all played in major junior. And, it was just a joy getting to know him. I FaceTimed with him the other day and just let him know that, he's got Sharks character and his family is a big portion of it. But, what I'd say is they work for everything they've got. And Ozzy was a first-round pick because he earned it. And it's just a really good family, and so happy to have this family part of the Sharks organization going forward.
Trevor Redden?
There we go. Yeah, just on top of the sign language, that gesture just on this last Zoom call to coordinate 4 current players to reach out to Ozzy. I've been on a couple Zoom calls, haven't seen that yet tonight. How important is that to reach out to a guy right away and make him feel a part of the program?
Yeah, I mean, in a normal scenario, Ozzy would have been walking on stage in Montreal, putting on a Sharks jersey, hugging his family. And, hockey's fun, and he's earned it. And so we wanted to figure out couple of small gestures that just could really show him that the Sharks care about him. And, the players have already talked to him. I know he's already spoken with Bob Bugner, and, we're just really excited for him and wanted to try and make it special. It's his night, and it's a special night for the Sharks, and it's a special night for the Weisblad family. And just wanted to help out any way we could.
Perfect. Thank you.
Trang?
I just wanted to ask you guys if the draft fell kind of the way that you guys kind of saw, or just what did you guys see from tonight?
I think it was an interesting draft. No surprises really with the names. I think the order of some of the names was kind of up and down, but that's how it is every year. We had our list, we stuck to it, we took the best player available, and the fact that it ended up being Ozzy was just it just worked out great. So he was a kid that we had targeted for a while. Right shot center with speed, scoring ability, playmaking. He just really fits with our group. Last year I think we drafted some size and some physicality and some shooters. So when you have players like Evander Kane and Timo Meyer and John Leonard and now Ryan Donato who can shoot, you want to make sure you have some speed and some playmaking to get them the pucks in the right spots. So that's kind of where Ozzy fits in with us.
Kevin?
Yeah, Doug, or Big Doug Senior. You talked about how much you wanted to keep your early round picks. I mean, did you have a pretty good idea going into this that this was a pick you were going to use, or was there ever any talk about moving up or down?
Well, it was a hope that, the things that we saw in him that other teams didn't jump in front of us. And there's a couple of teams we were concerned about. I think Dougie had a great read on this kid. And I think the big thing that we've all talked about is attitude, juice and energy and attitude. This kid's a winner. And, you don't see that type of emotion and passion unless you've gone through a journey in life. And I just think he's a special kid. And I asked our guys, I said, give me a couple of words to describe him. And that was the word that came up, as a winner. He plays hard. He loves the game. The one thing we're trying to do is connect our whole group. And I'm proud of our guys. If I got 4 or 5 guys calling in after one drafted player, it connects people, the emotion and the story. And we're just really excited about his attitude and the ingredients he brings to this group. And Dougie was all over this player, was fighting for this player, and it fell right to a place that we were able to get him. And I think it's a great moment. I really do. When you get, that influx of attitude that people want to rally around, and this kid can play.
Who saw him the most on your staff?
Who saw him play the most this year?
Yeah.
That would have been, so our Western scouts are unbelievable. Brian Gross lives right there in Sherwood Park. Ryan Russell's right outside of Red Deer. So all 3 of us saw him quite a bit this year. And then with crossover, he had played in the Halinka tournament, so Tim Burke had seen him play. He's been at the top prospects game. So our Ontario guys, when I was in Hamilton, I went to the game with Brian Marchment and Robbie Grillo. But I have to give a lot of credit to Brian Gross and Ryan Russell on this one. Brian has been with us for a long time, and Ryan played in the NHL, and they know spirit, they know heart, and this kid has it. And it just works out that his skill level is undeniable. So it's a great package for us, what we need at this time going forward.
Curtis?
Dougie, you mentioned last week that this draft has the ingredients that you're looking for. Is that what you're kind of referring to when you're talking about Ozzy's attitude and character, or is it the kind of other things you maybe were thinking about?
Yeah, I mean, it's always good to get attitude. It's tough to get. I mean, this draft we've been talking about has a lot of skill in it, and so you're looking for other things. I mean, I'd be the first one to tell you what I love about Ozzy is how fast he is, and he's a right shot, and he was the best neutral zone entry player in Major Junior last year. So what he does on the ice is phenomenal, and then you put him up against other players that are in that range, and when you get to know the kid and you get to know the family, you realize this guy's a shark, and that's kind of what put it over the top. He's a great player, even better kid, and we're excited for him. But I'd say what he is and what he has to bring, I wouldn't be surprised if we ended up with a couple more players in that type of tier going forward here.
How do you look at tomorrow? Obviously, you've got the 3rd pick in the second round. Do you still, obviously, feel there's a lot of good players to be had at 34?
Yeah, there's a lot. So we're going to go into meetings right now trying to figure out the best strategy going into tomorrow. And, we had a few teams call up to try and get back in at 31, and Ozzy was too good to pass up at the time. So, with 34, there's probably a good chance there's other teams trying to get in there. But, our list is the list, and I'm not sure where it's going to go. I just think that when you pair Ozzy with who we're going to get at 34 and also 56, I think it's going to work out well.
We'll take one more question, and then we'll let these guys get to their meeting. We'll end with Shang.
Dougie, you mentioned on the call last week that you have your list is very deep, 130 deep, and there are players who might fall into the 3rd, 4th, and 5th rounds that in other years would be maybe top 2 rounders. Of course, so you guys don't have, at least at the moment, a 3rd, 4th, or 5th round pick. So is that something that maybe you guys are actively looking to do to try to get into those middle rounds?
Well, Joe Will's working on that right now. Joe's unbelievable with looking at how to move around picks. You know, last year he got us 2 7ths for a 5th, which it doesn't sound like a lot, but the valuation of it is really solid. But that ended up being the 2 7ths we have this season. So, you know, Joe is looking at moving up and down and things of that nature, and it's really just my job to look at the best players available. So, you know, 34 with the names that are remaining here on the reload tomorrow, it's going to be a tough one. So we're going to take the best player available, and then, you know, maybe look at something later on. But for right now, there's some pretty good names left here.
Just as a quick follow-up, are teams kind of not wanting to trade out of those 3rd, 4th, and 5th rounds too, because they see the draft?
No, I actually think a good example today was Calgary. I thought Calgary did a great job. They made 2 trades. They did a double drop, stayed within 5 picks, and they gained 2 third-rounders. So I think from a draft valuation perspective, I thought that Calgary did a very good job today. And they got a good player. I believe they took Connor Zary, so another Western kid. But I would say that teams are actually trying to actively, you know, get up right now to get some quality, and then they'll probably look to move back later on. There'll be some more movement tomorrow. I think it's a deep draft.
All right, thanks everybody. Appreciate your time. This same link will be used for everything tomorrow, and as we have availabilities, keep an eye on your email. We'll be reaching out to you guys to tell you to go ahead and log into this same link. And we'll look forward to talking to you tomorrow. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Yes.